5 really simple ways to crisis-proof your practice or protect your practice in difficult times. Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian from mindfulmarketplace.com, and one of the things that we're getting lots of questions about from our community, and our community largely is comprised of folks who are therapists and doctors, chiropractors, coaches, people in the healing and, let's say, transformative personal growth spaces, right? Often these are folks who are doing work in the world that requires a one-to-one interaction with clients in a physical space. Well, obviously with the world being as completely crazy as it is right now, I'm recording this in June of 2020, people are panicked, right? I mean, like, how do you survive as a professional practitioner in one of these spaces when you can't see people in person? So I have, in addition to a community of questions that are coming in from strangers, really, subscribers, strangers, potential clients, etc. I also have a sister who's a psychiatrist and a girlfriend who's a therapist, and these are things that they are facing with a lot of trepidation. So I'm going to actually give you a really quick list of 5 things that are fundamental to surviving and thriving through difficult times, and can really easily be integrated into your online brand, your business, and will ultimately boost your bank account to boot. All right, so I'm going to list these things really quickly. There's also a PDF here that you can access if you're interested in learning more about some of the ways that we can help you cultivate these sorts of things. But here they are. There are 5 core concepts. One, I call a bridge book, right? So you want to write a book that changes the world. And the way that you do that is you write a book that introduces an idea that invites or inspires an experience. So the experience, obviously, is how you interact with your audience, the folks who are reading the book, that allows you to build your brand in a way, or build your business in a way that doesn't need to necessarily be in a physical space, right? So it could be events, it could be courses, it could be online coaching, telehealth, whatever it is that you are most comfortable doing in the world in these odd and eccentric times we are navigating together. All right, so a bridge book, there are lots of ways of writing one. One of my favorites is just a straight Q&A book. So you just take questions that people who are your quintessential quintessent clients would be asking, right? So, if you're someone who, as a psychiatrist, let's say for an example, and you help your clients or your patients with cognitive behavioral therapy or dialectical behavioral therapy, you can actually just go to a tool like answerthepublic.com and generate a whole shitload of questions that people are asking in the world right now about CBT or DBT. What is cognitive behavioral therapy? How does it work? Is it difficult? Is it similar to mindfulness? How long does it take to work? What are some exercises? I mean, you can literally just go and and extract the specific verbatim questions that people are asking in the world about what it is that you are best at, what your expertise is, and you can answer those in a book form, and you can publish that on Amazon in a weekend, right? And you can do several of these very quickly, very easily, and really elevate your own professional status by dint of having these books published, as well as really quickly and easily cultivating clients as well. There's a number of ways of doing that. You can use Facebook ads. There's just a ton of skillful ways of using a published book to your benefit. I'm not going to cover those all here. All right, number 2, turn your content into a community and your blog into a brand and business with a membership/subscriptions powered platform. Now, what I recommend for those of you who are interested in doing this is Ghost. The Ghost blogging platform is natively supports membership, subscriptions, and newsletter, email marketing in its native, tool set, right? I said that badly, but it's built into the platform itself, right? So in the ecosystem of something like Ghost, you have right now the ability at the toggle of a switch to turn on a e-commerce Stripe-enabled members and subscriptions area of your site, which allows you to turn your content into a community, right? Because people have to sign up to get access to the content that you decide is worth paying for or signing up for, even if it's not paying for it, right? So you can set free, publicly available content. You can set members only content, and then you can also set premium members only content, meaning that folks have to actually pay to get access to a specific piece of content, a post, a product, an interview, an audio, whatever it is that you can conceptualize you can do on Ghost using this model. All right. Number 3, create a newsletter, right? And I would recommend, for those of you who are not enthralled with the notion of writing long form email newsletters, use a curated platform like Review or curated.co. It will allow you to build a curated newsletter that actually helps you connect with your community, with your professional peers, with your niche neighbors, right? Curated content. I've done lots of audios and some videos on this. It is a great way of quickly and easily launching a branded newsletter without having to write lots of long form content. It's super easy. You can do this in 10, 12 minutes a day, and you do not need to write long form emails to your audience, which is really a stumbling block or something that lots of people, find difficult and, a source of frustration, et cetera, et cetera. A curated news letter or a branded newsletter that is built on curated content is a very easy way to overcome that particular objection. Again, this is something that we offer on our Mindful Marketplace community as a service. So if you're interested in learning more about that, send an email to hi@mindfulmarketplace.com with newsletter in the subject line. All right, number 4 and number 5, create a short course or a short product using the Q&A, content model as well, right? So what I do very simply, and this is an example of this, what you're listening to right now, is I create a one-page outline. I take questions that people have in the niche, again, using a tool like Answer the Public. I record, an audio like I'm doing right now on Anchor.fm, which is a free podcasting tool that I actually use as a content creation studio, a personal studio for my own content creation purposes. I then transcribe the audio into a PDF, and I give away in this course format the audio, the PDF, which is done using another free tool called Canva. There are different tools that you can use contingent on the specific circumstance that you are facing, right? So sometimes I design these with very rudimentary PDF kind of creation tools if it's very text heavy, or you can use something like Canva to create very pretty, kind of very graphically designed, professionally designed PDFs. I use a tool called Headliner to turn audios like this into videos as well. So you give people multiple formats that they can consume your content. You can also use something like Headliner to turn short audios like this, right, or short excerpts from an audio like this into a promotional video that you post on YouTube to drive traffic. And the same can be done with a product type, right? So it doesn't have to be a course. You can create a product, and I have a list of 21 types of products that you can create using roughly this sort of model that you can download below as well. But this is super easy. It's super efficient. It's hyper low cost. It doesn't cost anything other than a couple bucks here and there for some of these tools. Answer the Public as a keyword tool you can use for free every day. If you if you want to do unlimited, keyword research, they do charge you, but a good way of circumventing that is just doing one search a day. They give that to you gratis, right? So you can just, do each one of these. If you're organized, you can just do one keyword, research, project a day, and really quickly build out these sorts of courses very quickly and start selling content, building a community, making money, building your brand, and really offloading much of the anxiety that you may have about working face-to-face with clients and doing much of this work online, in a really fun and profitable way. All right, 21 product ideas are below as well. If you want to see more of that, I pick or I recommend using an LMS, learning management system, to deliver your courses or your products, like Podia. That's what we use. You can see our Podia store, partners.mindfulmarketplace.com. You can also use something for free like Gumroad, which is also very easy to do and has email automation built in, so you can follow up with your customers, your clients, etc. All these things are super duper easy and will really help you quickly and easily crisis-proof your practice. That's quite an accurate assessment of the terrain that we're looking at here. You do not need to buy some guru nonsense, silly bullshit online course or anything like that to do this. It's very easy. You don't need any fancy recording tools. You can do all this with a piece of paper, a iPhone, some free design tools and templates, and just kind of, rinse, repeat, optimize, tweak, critique, improve, and just continue to get better, week in, week out, day in, day out. All right, if you have questions on this, we do offer a full service, a product where we work with clients to help them create these sorts of courses, build your platform, sell your stuff. You can actually use our audience as well if you're part of that program, but that's completely optional, obviously. And if you're interested in that, it's called Collect, Connect, and Convert. Feel free to send an email, put that in the subject line, hi@mindfulmarketplace.com. Okay, sorry for how quickly I recorded this. I drink a lot of coffee and I got a lot of recordings to do this afternoon. Thanks so much. Again, this is Ian from mindfulmarketplace.com, and I'll talk to you soon.